Okay, so today we are going to be doing our Oreo critiques with the gallery walk using Google Slides. Similar to how you guys did with the forged paintings, you should have this up on your screen by this point, but you are going to create a new slide and add your movie posters, both the original where you got your inspiration on the left-hand side, and then your recreation on the right-hand side. So it should be like a before and after type thing. The before always comes on the left. The new version should be on the right. Okay? You're going to do that first by clicking the new slide button, which a bunch of you have already done. Going in, making sure you include your name and include your images. Okay? After everybody has all of those uploaded, I'll come back and I will show you guys how I want the Oreo critiques done. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I can't find the Oreo critique.
Okay, I will help you find your Oreo. What do you mean you can't find the Oreo critique? It's on the assignment. So refresh, go to the assignment, the movie poster assignment. Yep, it should be there. Okay, just a reminder while you are waiting, if you get your images in there quickly, while you are waiting, please go make sure in Google Classroom that you have the 3 files that I've asked for submitted. So eyes up here for just a minute so I can clarify this. So you should have 3 files submitted on Google Classroom. Okay? This assignment will be separate from the 100-point assignment. So this will be something different in the gradebook versus the actual product that you produced. Okay? So out in Classroom on the movie poster assignment, you should have a PSD version of your file. You should have a JPEG version of your file, and then the image that you got your inspiration from. Okay? In addition, out on Classroom in the private comments, there should be a private comment with 6 to 8 sentences answering the questions that I posted in the assignment details. Right? So while you're waiting on everybody to get things uploaded, please make sure, go back to Classroom and verify that you have all 4 of those things done. The 3 images plus the private comment. Okay? And then just in a minute, I'll come back and I'll do the Oreo critique with you. Okay, I need everybody to go back to the gallery walk slide. And I need you to go to the slide that's called What is an Oreo critique? Okay, so I should start seeing everybody's little circles popping up there. Okay, so Brandon, let's hop over there. Sebastian, let's hop up there. Okay, let's not mess with that right now. So I want to talk about how we're going to leave our Oreo critiques and what an Oreo critique is. Okay? So at this point, everybody was shared with this slide, so you all are able to see everybody's posters, which we've done before. But now we're going to add in some commenting so that we can maybe start to add value to each other's artwork, okay? And we're going to do that by using the speaker's notes on Google Classroom. So there are 2 ways that you could do this. You could do it by leaving a comment, but I think that gets a little bit cluttered. And so we are going to do it just in the speaker's notes. So if you, on the bottom part of your screen, just drag that up a little bit so you can have a little bit more room to see. When you are leaving your Oreo critiques, okay, actually I'll come back to that. Right now I want to explain the Oreo critiques. Some ways that we can improve upon these. So an Oreo critique is layer 1, something positive about their artwork. Layer 2 is something that you would maybe critique or fix the next time they did it, or even if they could just go back and make that small change, then it just might make their poster that much better. And then layer 3 is another positive about their art. The big thing when you are leaving these critiques that I want you to be aware of is I want you to start using the language that our vocabulary for Photoshop, okay? You could say something like, I really like how you used the bevel and emboss for your title. Or that layer style that you used, what was that? Was it the bubble wrap or whatever? So start trying to use some of that language in there to maybe enhance your critiques. Because phrases like, you did a good job, that's just like extra icing on the Oreo. It's like frying the Oreo. I don't know. I've never had a fried Oreo. But it's just that's something extra. It's not really adding value to what they're doing. Okay? So try to start using some of that language in there. And then on the critique piece, being very thoughtful in how you critique them. Maybe it was they truly just didn't know how to go in and add that bevel and emboss. So maybe you might explain that process to them a little bit more. Hey, next time if you go into the layer styles or the effects, layer effects, you could go in and add some bevel embossing to that. So that might help them. They may say, oh, shoot, I didn't think about that. Or you could say things like, hey, if you would have used the eyedropper tool, then you could have really matched the font colors. And then some of them may think, oh, I really didn't even think about the eyedropper tool to maybe match my colors. So use some of those vocabulary words that we're learning in class to go back and critique. And if you're like, I don't know, I just call it the little thing that looks like that, the thingy-mabobber, I don't know. Go open Photoshop and just hover over the tool, and it's going to show you or tell you in the little caption that pops up, it's going to tell you what the name of that tool is. So then you can learn that along the way as well. Okay? This is how you are going to leave your critiques. Okay? You're going to be asked to leave 3 critiques, 3 different people. I just grade the first 3 that I come across, so if you go and critique every single person, I'm only going to grade the first 3. So more is great, but you're only required to do 3. Please, when you go to leave your critique, start by typing your name so I know who's leaving the comment, okay? And then type your critique. Ooh, my spelling. Type your critique in there. The next person will go to the end of your comment, push enter a couple times to add some space, and then they would go in and add their name and then their critique. Please use first and last names so that that's easy to find when I'm grading, okay? If you get to somebody's slide and they already have 3 people commenting on them, go find somebody else, share the love a little bit. I want everyone to have at least 1 comment on their slides, so try to spread those out a little bit. Do I have any questions on the critiques? So this is when I'm going to grade this. This is due at the end of class, so you have till 11:25. You have about 30 minutes to do this. This afternoon, I'm going to print the slides, and I'll be grading those during conferences. So you need to have these comments in there by this afternoon. If you don't get them in, you need to make sure you send me an email and say, hey, Mrs. Payne, I commented on Matt, Jacob, and Carson's. So I'll go back and look for them later. But I'm going to be printing them this afternoon so that I can start grading those. Okay? So, like I said, this grade, your critique is a separate grade from what you turned in on Classroom. So make sure you get those 3 files in, plus your private comment. Okay? All right. Thank you.